Right, changing the subject of the formula pirate. Right, so one of your questions was saying, just want to make sure this is actually reading it. Make P the subject of the formula. Right, I already made a video on how to do this, guys, so please have a look at the other video I made of it. So, make P the subject of this formula. That means, like, instead of M being there, you want to have P there. Alright? So what you need to do, you need to get P by itself. So you need to get rid of this 2, and you need to get rid of the squared expression. So that's a minus 2, yeah? So how do we get rid of negative 2? You add 2. Add 2. That should get rid of that. But what you've got to do on this side, remember it's like a seesaw. Whatever you do on this side, you've also got to do on this side. So it's M plus 2. And that leaves you just with P squared. And remember how you get rid of get rid of something which is squared is by doing what's that bloody thing called? The square root of it. So to divide something which is squared, the opposite to squared is to square root it. Okay? Which will leave as P. But remember, what you do on this side, you've also got to do on this side. So P equals M plus 2 squared. Yep. Alright, let's go to the one. Alright, the next question is F equals MA. Again, make A the subject of the formula, so you're going to substitute F, you've got to get this over there. So how do you do that? Alright, when the factors together, like MA, that's the same as saying M times A. Yeah? And the only way you can break that up is to divide that by M itself. Divided by M. And that would leave just A. But whatever you do on this side, you've also got to do on this side. So F equals A. Okay? Well, what happens if I wanted to get M? Simple. I'd have to isolate M by itself. So how would I get F out of it? So I times it. So you just got to get used to doing these things as well. So I'll go F M times F. So, and you have to do on this side. M equals A F. Alright, so it's just about getting used to these rearranging formula. Yeah. So whatever you do, it's just about learning these patterns. Basically, that's what they are. To break up something which is times, you need to divide it by. And if something's in a fraction, the way to get that out of it is by timesing it out as well. Okay? Very complicated. Okay, we're gonna. Another example is make A. Can you see that? You can see that. Make A the subject of formula. So we need to get rid of U first. So we minus U. So V minus U. That will just leave AT. Again, what did I say about when you get two things which are MA together? That means it's the same as saying A times T. So you need to divide T by itself to get rid of it. To leave A. But you've got to do the same this side. Sorry, T. Okay? Alright, making U the subject of the formula. So we've got that back on this. This one's going to be quite interesting. What else have I done? Making U the subject of the formula. Okay, so V minus U. So the first thing you get rid of is the t. So I times t by t. A times t. This is left with v minus u equals a times t. And then to get rid of the, what are we trying to get, u by itself, I would minus v by v. So you'd have u equals at minus v. Yep. Moving on. Hope you read the bottom one properly. I hope that was right, actually. I'm not sure that's right. Alright, making so make C the subject of the formula. Alright. Let's take 3b off first, yeah. I'd minus it by 3b. A minus 3b. Because you're going to do the same on this side, so all you're left with is c squared. And how do you get rid of c squared? You square root it, yeah, that's right. So square root c2. Got to do the same thing on this side. Equals c. Yep. And let's make it interesting and make b the subject of the formula. This one. So, do you know how we use the square root do you know how we use the square root function to take away the square? You do the same thing to the square root to break the square root. So you square it. I think. Yes, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure actually. So you square it. And remember what you do on this side, you square on this side. And then you're left with that. And then you're just trying to get b. So a minus a. Go do the same on this side. Just leave you with 3b. And then remember what I was saying about if you have two things which are together like this, m8. So this is the same as 3 times b. So you're trying to take away the 3, so you have to divide it by 3. So you have to do the same here, divide it by 3. So what you're left with is b equals c squared minus a divided by 3. Okay? Well, hopefully that makes sense. Alright.